Greetings, folks. Today we have another relatively inexpensive Chinese pen. This is the Picasso Model 907. This is a predominantly metal pen with sort of like this piano black lacquer coating. Not a terribly light pen, given that it's not a big pen at all. It weighs 23 grams because it does have a decent amount of metal in there. The end is just kind of ordinary, plain looking on the end. The top of the cap is just rounded. It's got kind of an interesting little clip that is nice and springy, not spring-loaded, but springy. The interesting part gets around with the cap and the barrel meet. So it says Picasso in sort of a stylized font that reminiscent of the artist Pablo Picasso's signature. It's got a red band on the top of the cap. It's got a silver piece of the section, which is still visible once it's capped, and then it's got another red band on the barrel. So you have this sort of double red band thing. I believe they actually do make this in other colors. I think there's a yellow available, at least as well. The pen posts nicely and solidly. You probably do want to post this. This is not a huge pen by any means. Not a big pen, not a thick pen by any means. Here is our Picasso 907, and here is a Lamy Safari and a Pilot Metropolitan. So it's a bit smaller than these, and it's a thin pen, that is for sure. The section is, again, a small section. It's a metal section. If you have big hands, this might be tough to grip. The section gets quite thin and tapers down to a pretty small nib, which has sort of a Chinese looking logo and F for fine and a little bit of scroll work there. And it is a cartridge converter pen, and it comes with this decently nice converter that actually even has the Picasso branding on the converter. So that is pretty nice. There's lots of metal all over the place. You're not going to be eyedropping this at all. Okay, as you can see, I haven't filled this pen, so let's fill it with something interesting, shall we? Okay, for filling this, we're going to unbox this set of Colorverse inks. So Colorverse inks often come in sort of a themed set, and they come in pairs, and they have all sorts of different ways of selling these. So this is 2 bottles of ink, part of their Red Planet series, and this is called Spirit and Opportunity. And this is the box that it comes in. There's 2 bottles. There's going to be one's going to be in a 65 milliliter size, and one's going to be a 15 milliliter size, and it is sealed right here. So we're going to have to open that up right there. We're just going to cut through that sticker. Easier said than done. There we go. And what do we got in here? It's a pretty nice box. Got a little picture of the solar system there. It says Colorverse. We've got a little card, Red Planet Season 5, and this is all the different inks in the Red Planet series. So we have Map of Mars, Mars Attacks, Mariner 4, Allen Hills, Dust Storm, and Valles Marineris. I actually have this set as well. We'll be unboxing that on a future video. And then we have Spirit and Opportunity, which is the set we're unboxing here, and we have one called Martian and Life on Mars as well. So this is their whole set. Then there's a little bag in here. Let's just open this and see what's in here. I'm just intrigued. We have, oh, I see what this is. This looks like a little pen stand. You sort of fold this up and turn it into a little pen stand. This would look to be a bookmark. This is a tissue, I guess, for blotting up your inky messes, and it comes with a bunch of stickers as well. So that is interesting little goodie bag that they give you in here. And then we have nestled in their cradles are our 2 inks. We have, oh, so there's this little protective cover I see right there, and then here are the 2 inks nestled in the cradle. So the larger bottle, the 65 milliliter bottle, is the more purple ink, the Opportunity, and the smaller one is the Spirit, which is 15 milliliters. And I am noticing something interesting and unfortunate right here. This has leaked. Do I have a cracked bottle? It does not appear to be the case, but you can see the purple stain there. It's coming off of my hands. I'm gonna clean this up and see what's going on.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar.
Well, there's a little bit of good news there. Very little ink actually came out, and nothing seems to be broken. Everything seems to be intact. It really simply was the cap was loose, which I don't think I've ever actually seen that before. So, Colorverse, you need to get your quality control on the cap screwing in process worked out, because that could have been a lot worse. Okay, so let's actually fill this. I guess I hadn't quite decided which ink to fill this pen with, but I think this is pretty much has decided it for me. So we're gonna go with this one, the Opportunity, which is the purplish color ink. So let's just open this up, and we're gonna fill this Picasso 907 pen. And there, we're going to draw up some ink, and there we go, and we'll do that about 3 times or so, and then after that's done, we will expel some ink because we don't need a full one. And there we go, and put that back on. We're going to wipe this up, and then we're going to see how this thing writes. We're going to find that out right now. Okay, folks, what we're writing with here is a Picasso. Number 907. And this is a fine steel nib. And this appears to write well. So this is pretty smooth. I would almost call this an extra fine, though. This is pretty fine, a little too fine for my taste. But all in all, not bad. You know, it's got this tiny little section, which to me is just probably the most annoying part. The nib's a little too fine. So personally, for me, this is not a fantastic pen for me, but it's a nice pen. It's definitely a smooth writer, definitely writing nicely, and this is a decently stiff nib, but it looks like you could maybe coax. No. Yeah, no, it's not really, no, not really any kind of flex on this at all. But it's a pretty stiff steel nib. But all in all, it's writing nicely. It's definitely writing fairly wet. So that's nice. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with the way this writes. Not bad. You could do a lot worse for $6 or $7. And stylistically, it's a pretty nice looking pen. So now let's talk about this ink. So what we're writing with here is Colorverse Opportunity. And this is basically a very, very vivid purple. So this is not a subtle ink at all. This is an ink that really pops, really makes a statement, if you will. If you like purple, you're gonna like this ink. So this is this is a very, very pretty color, I have to say. Very, very nice color. And like I said, the issues with the packaging notwithstanding, still this is a very, very nice ink. Not an inexpensive ink. The 2-bottle set costs about $35 or north of that. So not an inexpensive proposition by any means. But Colorverses are not cheap inks. But this is a nice ink. And like I said, this is a vivid purple for sure. So this is definitely making a statement. So that's how it is on the Rhodia. You're getting a little bit of shading going on there. Let's just see if it looks any different on some Tomoe River paper. So what we have here again is Colorverse Opportunity. And this is on Tomoe River paper. All right, so definitely there is not sheen. That is pretty, I think, evident in both cases. But you do get a little bit of shading, which is nice. So you get some variation in the color, which is makes it definitely an attractive writing ink. But again, bold color, vivid color, and one that definitely makes a statement as to what it is in terms of overall purpleness. So again, nice looking. So pretty well behaved on the Rhodia. I'm going to guess it's going to smear a little bit on the Tomoe River because, oh no, not too bad, a little bit over here. Yeah, see, Tomoe River takes a little bit longer to dry, but this is actually pretty good. This is a relatively quick drying. Inks on Tomoe River paper, even inks that usually dry pretty fast, sometimes take quite a while. So this is pretty nice, and we're not seeing bleed through on the Rhodia. And it looks like it might be hard to see, but there's little tiny bits of bleed through on the Tomoe River, which is very surprising considering how bleed through resistant Tomoe River paper tends to be. So this is definitely, I guess, a fairly intensely penetrating ink. So that would be it for Colorverse Opportunity. Again, the only issue I really have with this ink is the packaging, but that was a significant issue because that could have really been a much bigger disaster. Well, I guess that will do it for this video. As always, I thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a comment, click those thumbs up, keep them coming. And as always, until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.